The job that I have, I love, and I'm super passionate, and you can't fake passion about something like this. I like that I get to play a role in changing the face of Sacramento, in making it better for those of us who live here. I think the way that we've approached it in Sacramento is not only are we destination marketers, but we're destination developers. So that's why you've seen some of the programs that we pursued of trying to add new music festivals, trying to add food festivals, and really pushing farm to fork to try to give a different identity to Sacramento than just kind of a government town. I really saw music festivals as a way to send a different message about our city. Aftershock is 160,000 people over 4 days, and 65% of them don't live in the Sacramento region. So it's done what we hoped it would do. There are things in this market that work. If you have the partnerships and the teamwork with the city, the county, the businesses, everybody kind of rowing in the same direction, these things come to fruition. So Josh Nelson from the Sullivan Family Restaurant Group and Councilmember Daryl Fong at the time had a conversation. Josh called me and said, Mike, we should be America's Farm to Fork capital. And I said, why, Josh? And so he explained to me why, and I hung up. I was like, man, as a marketer, how did I not think of that? Because we are agriculture, right? We grow so much of the food that feeds the rest of the country. It felt very authentic. Just like music is authentic in Austin, agriculture was authentic here. The Tower Bridge dinner came about in a very organic, no pun intended way. We were in a meeting with a lot of the chefs, and we were talking about our recent designation as America's Farm to Fork capital, and I threw out some ideas. We've got to do some big signature events. Let's do a dinner on top of a parking garage, or let's shut down the Tower Bridge and do a dinner there. 10 years later, it's been written about in GQ magazine, it's been written about in Food Network magazine. We've had a ton of national exposure. And again, it's a celebration of Sacramento. So I'm very proud looking back at that, because it was one of those ideas that people say, oh, you can't do that. We can't shut down the bridge, and that's just going to be a nightmare. But yeah, you can. You can do hard stuff, and it ultimately becomes worth it if you do it right. Sacramento was the 5th city in the country to be added to the Michelin Guide. And it's such a testament to our restaurant scene. You know, you talk about San Francisco, you talk about different parts of the country. San Francisco is sourcing their produce from the Sacramento region. So I'm not sure we had the restaurant scene to accomplish this 20 years ago, but we absolutely do now. I think one of the ways that I and Visit Sacramento have helped to lead change is just a confidence about Sacramento. You know, we don't make apologies. We don't say, well, we're, not San Francisco, we're not New York. No, we're not. We're Sacramento, and that's something to be proud of. There's not a lot of opportunity in California anymore. Sacramento is really poised to become one of the shining stars in our state. One of the things that we've talked about internally at Visit Sacramento is a lot of the work that we do, we may see it come to fruition, but you won't feel the lasting impact because you probably won't be around. And you think about some of the things that we enjoy as residents, they were done by people 100 years ago, and they make our lives better. So I take that part very seriously. I want to thank Amanda Blackwood and the board at the Metro Chamber of Commerce. This is something that you work hard and you hope people will notice. And I will say that I typically don't like recognition, but this one felt good.